Hello everybody, it is Cecilia. Welcome back. I just want to drop some truth on you today. This is so important, but it will change your life if you recognize the truth and start recognizing it in yourself. And when you do it, we all do it, we're humans. We all project. So the message that I want to get through the screen to you who clicked on this video for a reason is that all judgment is rooted in self-judgment. If you are judging somebody for anything, you are also silently judging yourself for it. So here's an example. You're judging someone for being ugly. You're like, oh, that person's so ugly. For example, you secretly are having those judgments about yourself. Even if you're less ugly in your perception, you still are projecting your perceptions of ugliness onto this other person while you're silently judging yourself for it. Or just another example, oh, that person's so mean, they're so nasty. You are secretly, silently judging yourself for any mean, nasty thing that you've ever done. And this isn't to say, like, maybe someone is a lot meaner outwardly than you. This isn't to say, like, people don't have different traits. But if you're judging them for it, you're also judging yourself for any single mean thing you've ever done. But you're projecting it onto that other person. And that judgment is bringing you out of alignment. That judgment is, you're judging your fellow human being who's trying their best, and you're secretly judging yourself. And we don't recognize this, but if you can learn to recognize this truth, your life will change. You will start to shift as you're judging others and stop yourself. And you will start to feel better within your own heart and mind and soul, because you're no longer silently judging yourself for every little thing, because you're recognizing it where you're projecting it onto others. All judgment is rooted in self-judgment. This is also not to say if someone's abusive, you should just like go hang out with them because you don't want to be judgmental. You still should hold boundaries. You still should take care of yourself. And sometimes separation is a good thing. And sometimes not being around some sort of energy is really good for you. But if you're judging them, if you're feeling all of these negative emotions towards them, you're also secretly feeling that about yourself. Even if they're way meaner than you've ever been, any judgment you have for them, you also silently have towards any sort of little tiny mean thing you've done, for example. So this is a life-changing concept once you can really get it and understand it. And so a good way to start shifting your perspective about others when you judge them is work on your awareness, meditation, presence, consciousness as much as possible. And when you recognize yourself judging someone for any reason, like, oh, they're so mean, they're so loud spoken, they're so ugly, they're so blah, blah, blah. Anytime you see yourself judging somebody, you can take a step back and say, oh, look, I'm judging this person. Do I need to be doing this? Is there another way I could maybe start speaking to them and therefore speaking to myself? Because what we're projecting out into the world, we're actually also doing. Everything is a mirror, everything's a reflection, everything is internal. So all of these judgments you have towards others, don't judge yourself for them. You are doing the best you can. You've picked up on these patterns as a human. It's okay. It's not a big deal, but each one of them is an opportunity for you to start recognizing, where can I let go? Where can I forgive? Where can I change my mind about this? Where can I see this for what it actually is, that it's maybe not something I need to be judging. Maybe it's not something I need to be looking at in this way. Maybe if I'm thinking, oh, they're so mean, I could instead look at them and say, what made them this mean? What made them want to do this to another human? How can you start reframing it? And it's not necessarily you need to bring a mean person into your life. But you don't need to judge them silently. You don't need to judge them from afar. You don't need to bring them into your life, but you don't need to be concerned with their actions, because when you're judging their actions, you're secretly judging your own. This is a powerful, profound truth. So if there's anybody in your life that is pissing you off, that you're judging, that you think is so ugly, that you think isn't doing good enough, that you think isn't on the right path, that you think is whatever, that's an opportunity for you to practice letting go, practice forgiveness, practice shifting your perception, and watch how your perception of yourself shifts, and watch how your internal world shifts. Because when we're judging others, we're judging ourselves, and when we're judging ourselves, we can never truly show up for our life because we are separated within ourselves. So I hope that this reached whoever it was meant to reach at the exact right time. I love you guys so much, and be gentle with yourself on this process. It is a rewiring. It might take time, it might take practice, but each and every time you recognize yourself judging someone, it's an opportunity to be like, hey, it's okay. This is a learned behavior. This is what I learned. I learned there's competition. I learned there's good and bad. I learned all of these things. And I don't need to put my energy towards judging someone. I can put my energy towards something else, or I can choose to shift the perspective and say, hey, they're doing their best, and who am I to judge? I don't know what they've been through. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let them be, and I'm going to let it go. And see the peace that you will find in your life with that. Love you guys so much. Have a beautiful day, and remember, all judgment is rooted in self-judgment. And the opposite of that, when you're judging yourself, you have to be judging other people. There's no way that you cannot. They're connected. And so if you're judging yourself like, oh, I'm so fat, I'm so ugly, I'm so stupid, I'm so mean, I'm so whatever, you're secretly judging everyone else for that. So remember that. Learn to be kind to yourself as we clean up our internal state, and be kind and bring love into our awareness and bring love into all of these things. We can then bring it into the external world. And that's what the external world freaking needs. Okay, I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Bye.